Ladies and gentlemen, gather round because tonight I am going to take you on a wild ride through the most terrifying yet utterly hilarious battlefield known to mankind, the IELTS listening section. Yes, that's right. Folks, the part of the exam where you sit there with the headphones on, looking all calm and collected, but inside you are screaming like you are in a horror movie, waiting for the next accent to jump out and scare the living daylights out of you. Picture this, you and me, okay? A guy who is spent months preparing for this momentous exam, thinking, I have got this, I am gonna crush it, migrate to Canada, eat protein for breakfast, and live happily ever after. But no, the IELTS gods have other plans, and they start with listening section. 30 minutes of pure auditory chaos that can turn even the most resilient student into a quivering mess. Let me break it down for you. Because this thing is structured like a bad day. It starts easy, get progressively more complicated, and by the end, you are just hoping to survive with your dignity intact. There are four sections, 40 questions total, and the audit plays only once. No rewinds, no pauses, no excuse me. British lady, could you repeat that in American English? It's the same for academic and general training, so no excuse there. Section 1 kicks off like a friendly chat. Two people talking about everyday stuff, like booking a hotel or arranging travel. It's slow, they repeat things. Accents are mild. It's basically the IELTS flirting with you, making you think, oh, this is cute, I like this, but don't get complacent. My friends, this is where they lull you into a false sense of security. Tip number one, and I am stressing this because I learned it the hard way. Read the instructions carefully. They say things like no more than two words and or a number. And if you write three words because you are in a panic, bam, 0 points. Even if it's correct, otherwise, spelling counts too. No mercy for accommodations. With one M, it's accommodation. With double everything. Like the word itself is overly hospitable. Now, example time. Imagine section 1 is a conversation about joining a gym. The lady says the membership fee is $50 per month and there is one-time joining fee of 25. Questions. Annual membership cost per dollars. You hear $50 per month. Do the math quick. 12 times 50 is 600. But wait, they might paraphrase it later is $600 yearly. If you write 600, 600. Good. But if you scribble 50 a month because you joined out, wrong. And hilarious in hindsight because I once wrote $50. No, I am kidding. But it felt like that when I misheard dollars as something else. Common mistake here. Changing answers at the last minute. You think you heard Main Street, but then doubt yourself and put Main Street. Trust your first instinct unless you are sure. Because overthinking is ubiquitous enemy in this test. Moving on to section 2. Now things get a bit more insidious. It's usually one person speaking, like a tour guide or someone giving into about local facilities. Still social context, but faster, more details. This is where distractors come in. Those are sneaky words they throw you, trip you up. Tip: predict answer before the audio starts. You get the time to read questions. Use it. Underline keywords. Guess what type of answer it needs. Name, number, date. It helps you focus. Funny story from my test, section 2 was about a city tour. The guide says, we'll visit museum, which has an exquisite collections of ancient artifacts. Then later, but due to refurbishment, it's closed until next year. Question. The museum is currently options open, closed, under renovations. I heard exquisite and thought open, missed the closed part because I was too busy admiring my own vocabulary for knowing exquisite. Classic mistakes. Getting distracted by advanced word instead of listening for facts. And folks, incorporate some advanced vocab they are to impress, like exquisite means beautifully made. Refurbishment is renovation. Insidious is something harmful. that develops gradually, just like how Section 3 creeps up on you. Section 3. Oh boy, this is the killer. Up to four people talking in an educational context, like students discussing an assignment with a tutor. Multiple voices overlapping sometimes. Academic language ramping up. This is where accent diversify. British, Australian, maybe cute. Throw in some vowels that sound like they are from another planet. Tip: follow the question order. Answer some in sequence. No going back. If you miss one, move on. Dwelling on a missed answer means you will miss the next five. And practice identify speakers. The tutor said versus the students suggested. Hilarious mishap. In my practice test, section 3 was three students planning a project on environmental sustainability. One says we need to mitigate the impact of climate change. Another, yeah, but it's an insurmountable challenge. Question. The group thinks the problem is I put easy because I misread mitigate as it make it great or something total brain fart. Words like mitigate, reduce, insurmountable means impossible to overcome. Sustainability, long-term maintenance, advanced stuff that sounds profound but can confuse if you are not ready. Common blunder, spelling errors in transfer time. You have 10 minutes at the end to copy answer to the sheet. Use it to check spelling, word limits, grammar if needed. I once wrote an environmental without an, lost a point of for being environmentally unfriendly to the English language. Finally, section 4, the grand finale, a monologue on an academic topic, like a lecture on a psychology or biology. No breaks, fast speech, dense vocabulary, no repetition. This is the arduous part. Fogs, arduous meaning really tough and tiring. Tip: take notes while listening, but neatly. Focus on signposting language. Firstly, however, in conclusions, they guide you to answers. Example: lecture on animal behavior. Professor drones on the pervasive influence of habitat loss has exacerbated the decline in species diversity. Question. Complete the sentence: habitat loss has special decline. Answer. Exacerbated or worsened. If you catch pervasive, widespread, exacerbated, made worse, you are golden. But if you are like me, panicking because it sounds like a medical condition, you blank out. Another tip: listen for paraphrasing. They rarely use the exact words from the question. Improve might become enhance, ameliorate, or ameliorate. There is another advanced one, meaning make better. And the biggest comedy of heroes, losing concentration midway. You are cruising through section 1 and 2, feeling like a proficient listener. Then section 4 hits with a riveting lecture on quantum physics. And suddenly your mind wanders to what you are having for lunch. Next thing, you have missed 10 questions. Stay focused, no daydreaming. Other pitfalls: not practicing with different accents. British Council has tones. Expose yourself. Ignoring word limits. No more than three words means that exactly that. Guessing without listening. Sometimes answers are tricked with you falls into first. But here is the punchline. Folks, I survived, got a decent score, learned that IELTS listening isn't about understanding every word. It's about gleaning main ideas, details, and opinions. With meticulous preparations, that meticulous meaning careful and precise, you can conquer it. So, two recap tips in nutshell. Read the questions ahead. Predict, follow order, check spelling, limits in transfer time. Practice accents and question types like multiple choice, matching, sentence completions, map leveling. Don't panic over unfamiliar words. Context is key. And remember, if you mess up, laugh it off because one day you will be on stage like me, turning your IELTS trauma into comedy gold. Thank you. Good night.